Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Landover. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Daniels going to throw to get us started. Escapes the pocket. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up 2nd down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had. And incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Come on.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Ready, go!
Now Daniels off the play action. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. It's enough for a 1st down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU. Again, Daniels to the air. Buys time, rolling right. And wow, nearly a pick on that check down. A bit lucky that he couldn't hang on to it, and it fell incomplete.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Ready? 19 tight. Ready?
Out of the gun, Daniels. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted.
By the Lions. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Running it with David Montgomery. He'll cobble together a yard there. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer Bobby Wagner. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Here's Gong. The screen pass falls incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. Offense up to the line fast. They'll go for it. Goff. Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Picked off by Frankie Louvu. Space on the right. He's got room. And he takes this one back for the pick six. Well, they had to try something there on fourth down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6.
Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he didn't strike that one true, Brock. It came down short of the landing zone he had to reach, so give them the football up at the 40. This is Montgomery running right. Jukes out a one-stop. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Marshawn Lattimore up from the secondary for the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 43. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Frankie Louvu. And the Commanders return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made.
At the 50-yard line.
Get it! Get it!
On first down, here's Daniels. He's on the move. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Brought in right side. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to get this down to the 36. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
On the move, headed right. He sends this one into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. That's Carlton Davis. And the Lions will take over at the start of the next quarter. It's a big momentum swing on the final play of our opening quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They're set up with it after the pick to end the 1st. We'll have them gain about a handful there. Play made by Deron Payne. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up the play. Then how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Shotgun snap here to Goff. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off. That's Bobby Wagner. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
On second down, Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss. Started a little slow, but we've arrived at the 2-minute warning. The Commanders pushing for points. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Let's go now. Ready.
Daniels now. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Can't go out of bounds and be the first one to touch it coming back in. As they say, that is an easy call. After the penalty, let's see how their composure is on this 4th down.
18, Pioneer. Set.
Throwing now, Daniels. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have second down coming up.
Come on, come on.
Daniels. Escapes the pocket. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Got it, man. Robinson has it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Going power with the big tight end. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Washington calls it second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to surprise them with anything.
He tries to sneak it, and he's in for the touchdown. The Commanders will add to their lead at the end of the half. Jayden Daniels with the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. The Commanders leaving their offense on the field. We got a 2-point try coming up.
Ready.
Receiver in motion going left.
Ready.
And he's got a man complete. And he's in for the score. That's 2 points, and their lead grows to 15. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Khalif Raymond to return it. Big lick from the coverage team there. And that's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. First down throw from Goff. He puts some power on a deep one left. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. From the gun, Goff. He's trying to go deep again. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
14. Rich play.
Looking to throw. He's looking deep once again. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Benjamin St-Juste picks it off. And the Commanders are stopped on that return, so that interception's going to be the final play of this opening half. So we finished 2 quarters, a couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Needed a little more to reach the landing zone, so give them the ball at the 40-yard line. And they'll have great field position, Brock, after the unforced error on the kickoff. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Gibbs now from the gun. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Frankie Luvu there for the tackle. Offense in the hurry up here. Out of the shotgun. Gone. Chased out to his right. Pass is caught. That's Tim Patrick. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Again, it's Gibbs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Working quickly here. Going to the ground again on first. And he has this one down to the 8-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Yet another example why the ball finds its way in this guy's hands time after time. He's a playmaker, and he knows how to get the yards they need. Maybe not a ton there, but enough to move the sticks.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Motioning Williams left. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. Touchdown, Detroit. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
The Lions offense looks like they're staying out there. We got a 2-point try coming up. He's throwing for it. And he'll get in. The 2-point try successful. Now they trail by 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's going to take this one to the 25 before going down. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Get it.
A toss now to Robinson. Up the sideline, past the 40. Works the sideline inside the 35. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders push their lead further to start the half. Right side, they're going to try it with the toss play here. And he's into the end zone again. So he gets them the big play touchdown, and then they reward him with a chance to add on 2 more. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Here's Raymond on the return. And he finally steps out, but it seems the damage has been done. That's down inside the enemy 40.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's Lions ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach.
Lions 8.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Third down run by Gibbs. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Goff on 1st and 10. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This is caught. And he'll reach the end zone. They get 2 more points to help attack that deficit. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Returns looking good so far. Up to the races, middle of the field. Hits the 20. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Commanders again for 2 here. They've got a man in motion. He has it. And he is in for the score. We may not see them kick ever again, partner. They're now 3 for 3 on 2-point tries today. What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Here's Raymond on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 before heading out of bounds.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field.
Cut at the 20-yard line. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Forced out to his right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That's just a total team effort right there, Kate. Defense was relentless on that play. Some of them chased him from the pocket. The others, well, they took away the easy throwing lane, and it really influenced that incompletion.
They're looking to throw. He's going deep. That's complete inside the 35. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders have a commanding 14-point lead now in the fourth. Oh, it's a fake. Looks like they're going to throw. He's got it right side. And the defense all over the fake. They stopped that one well short of the goal line.
You know, that's a call you might see in the college game, but it's pretty dead and gone from the NFL, and for good reason. Even catching him off guard, the chance for success, extremely low.
Here's Raymond on the return. Return's looking good so far. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Goff back to throw. Try and push it deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Quan Martin with the pick. And the Commanders will set up just a little bit shy of the 40 following the tackle. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a third time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
Okay, ready?
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Come on, come on.
And he's tackled for a short gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Ready?
That one's out and cut on the right side. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They still need 10, but the offense getting set on 4th down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. From the 32. Flushed out of the pocket. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Super! Hey, let's go. Go, Brown. Brown, cut.
Looking to throw it. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Mike Sandra still makes the play. And the Commanders take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Taking a deep shot here. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion. Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Get it.
From the gun, it's Daniels. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Both feet are down. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a first.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. The timeout arrives with just 3 seconds remaining in this game, so we've got one more snap coming up.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
He's trying another one deep. And this is into the end zone, but incomplete. It was a win no matter what. So they decided, hey, let's try for another touchdown and knee it out. Either way, this one's over. So next to the nation's capital, it's a home win for the Commanders. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. And with Brock Huard and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from D.C.
I ain't seen real problems since seen nothing. I ain't seen real, I ain't seen real problems since tripping off grades. I just be making up different reasons for my nieces, for my way. I pick enough to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight, cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like what you want, what you want. I got Jesus giving money, what you want. I've been sitting and fishing just for a reason to cry. So I'ma say I love you, but keep a look on my eye. Cause I can never really want you unless it's money or pride. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like I ain't mean it, I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sequence. Another bag, another season, another description, another feeling. Boy, God, I gave him a lot, but I keep.
Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Okay, now drop your bag, sass. I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie, with a plug in his heart. Took these Billy Strum cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Now I'm afraid of the dark. There ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like I'm Texas, got the stop on my side. Girl, you know I'm a saint, so why you giving me hell? My uncle...
Where the Gator Bowl once stood, now stands this facility. Everbank Field, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Jacksonville, Florida. Cam Little out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. Deontay Hardy to return. He stopped on the return at the 27.
Deontay Hardy on the return. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. Complete, Derrick Henry. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Another run for Henry. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, middle. Hey, report.
Running once more with Henry. And that's good for a gain of 5. Stop that time by Antonio Johnson. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And 4th and 4 coming up. And they're going for this. He finds him beyond the marker. And what a hit there. Ouch, he pays the price for moving the chains that time.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They give right side to Henry. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Josh Hines-Allen, that time to haul him down. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Play action now with Jackson. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it. No connection to be made.
Taken in by Likely. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. That big 4th down call is how we close out our first quarter. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Devin Lloyd making the play. And the Jaguars get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. They go right back to Etienne. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Red. 14-yard line.
Silver.
Working inside the red zone. Connection made, Travis Etienne. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. The Jaguars hoping to take a lead going into the break. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Right. Hey, easy. Ralph.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Buying some time right. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars get some late points and the lead. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. Little tax on the extra point. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Returning it from the 4. And look at this return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He lets one fly deep downfield. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And now they face 2nd down. Throwing again is Lamar. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done. Read and react, read and react, read and react. You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Begins his return at the 16. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And it'll be Jaguars football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Decent 24.
They'll send him over right. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down. Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, go. Go, go. Here we go, sir.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short on the 35. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
Go, go. Take right open, open.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Buys time, rolling right. Now he takes it. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that
Take right
time.
open, open.
Offense up to the line fast. Here's ETN on 1st down. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
30 left.
Offense in the hurry up here.
Go, go.
Lawrence working from the gun. He's on the move. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Working quickly here. This is Henry on 2nd. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Turning to Henry on 3rd. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, the fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that. A guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll run here on 1st down. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Play fake, Jackson. He's throwing deep to the left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Jackson. Into the hands of Likely. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 6 yards on the run as we've reached the end of our 3rd quarter. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now it's Lamar. To the left side, caught by Andrews. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Trying down the middle with Henry. Has some space inside the 15. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens now within 1 score in the 4th. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second-effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, run!
Slot man in motion left.
Silver!
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Easy, read it, 44. Hey, Lion!
From the gun, ETN gets it. And he's brought down for a loss.
Go, let's go!
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Damn, gun. 11, again.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Kill. All right, let's go. 13, Lou. Here we go.
Back to throw it. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. They did it. He made the interception. Brandon Stevens has it. And the Ravens have some new life in the 4th.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Ravens losing by 7. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. He's going to keep this one. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Ravens cut it to a point late in this one. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. The fact that they pulled that out on a 1st and goal, Brock, didn't wait for a later down. Gotta imagine that played a part in its success, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. It sure did, and I would have loved to seen those eyes in the huddle, right? When you call QB sneak and you look at those guys in the huddle, and the big guys in particular, many times they will tell you with their body language, we're ready to go, and that group certainly was.
Return starts from the goal line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Hey, maybe in the end this return just gets lost in the shuffle when we recap things, Kate. But you surrender a lead in the 4th quarter and you feel that momentum being lost. That's exactly what excellent special teams do. They turn it around. It's why that 3rd phase is coached and coached and coached, because you never know when your opportunity may arise. What a great return to begin this drive.
On 2nd down, it's ETN. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line.
11.
Throwing now. Bails out of the pocket quick. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Inside handoff goes to ETN. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Think right. On red.
At the Ravens' 44-yard line.
Go. Think right, open. Red.
Here he is to throw. Headed out right. Oh my goodness, it's intercepted! And the Ravens get it back after the turnover at the 29. They're out and set, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. This finds Likely. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. 2nd and 3 now. Back to throw. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Going with King Henry here. And he breaks the tie. That should win him this game. Brock, touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Easy, Ralph, settle.
Setting up to pass. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens make the play that should win them this game. Oh, man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game.
Turn the lights on.
Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. The people they make go and dollars they make grow. And everything's for show, but I will remain cold and eager. The queen don't talk to the meager, a leader. Who you know in the Zephyr, been through the trenches, gutter fields and stenches. Gone ball, they filling up the benches. Half-court shooter, spitting from the medulla. Life for the game, they talking like I'm the doula. Nobody want a doula, defend the throne. I'm a dog in the zone, and your man's is bones. I don't fear the stones, I flash the paws. Don't be talking to me crazy with no glass jaw. A spit of light saliva, you can never survive her. Streets got a code up, couldn't decipher. Watch the way you talk when you talking to me. And if you didn't know, it's the NEC. Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. yourself. Either way you play with me, you gon' play yourself. Don't be stupid, decide that I'm the same. A new Rover and they still ain't got the range. Can't even hang with, doing big things, but the fame ain't changed. Trying to maintain, but your chain can't blame. On a new plane, but your main can't tame this. Same dame, but the rock got bigger. Might buy the drop top, got more figures. Pull up in the lot, still block pop. The posse can spot. Come and go, but I still check. Now I ain't saying I'm the best, I'm just saying that you're not. I got it all, baby, give it everything you got. And arrogant, sitting in the booth, I ain't even gotta lie, cause you know that I'm the truth. Yeah. Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever.
On the banks of the St. Johns River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Lisa 24.
Now ETN to start the drive. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. And they'll go again with ETN. And some room to work. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Straight ahead, ETN. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Lawrence will throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's 2nd down. ETN up the middle. And they'll get him down right about the 20. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Hey, I'm gun. 11, Agate.
Now Lawrence to throw. Rolling to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
13, Luke. 11. Silver.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at the 20.
Here we go. Ready.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. We're scoreless after 1. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Jacobs going to try the middle. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 49 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Once again, and he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. They'll start on the ground. Etienne, a solid stiff arm. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Now 2nd and 3. Now Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
That's good for another Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
All right, let's go.
Running out of the gun with Etienne. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here now, 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings
Take
up
right open.
2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's got it. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Etienne is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. One more time with Etienne. And he won't get back to the line of scrimmage this time either as they stop him behind the line once more. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
It's Love now back near his goal line. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And it's fielded at the 34. He juked him. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have 1 half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
30 left.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
Now Lawrence. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
Hey, I'm gun.
And they'll indeed go for it. Here's Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. There's a nice move. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Here we go. Here we go. Cut.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Let's go. Ready.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter. So 3 quarters in the book, still no one on the scoreboard. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They go with Jacobs. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this fourth quarter and the rest of this game very interesting.
24. Hey, chill. 13, Luke.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Yellow, line, ready.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
On the ball.
Here we go, 1st and goal.
Quick, yellow. Set, go.
Jacobs will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Well, I think we both got to thinking the team that scores the first TD may be the one to win this football game, and here we go. Our first touchdown, and it comes in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and it's a testament that both of these defenses were able to hold the line this long, but now on the other side of the field, they've got to be thinking if they got it done, we should be able to punch one in ourselves.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Rip, 23.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Go, go! Go, go! All right, here we go.
A handoff for Etienne. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hey, run! Eleven. Here we go.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And that will be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Here we go.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready. Cut.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? Love looking to throw. He's got a man, complete. There he goes, left side. And he's across for a late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, it'd take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0.
14, Jaguars nothing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's 1st down.
Hey, let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.
It's a stadium known for its design, its noise, and a fan base so passionate. Brock, you know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome, everybody, to Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Seattle. Fielded at the 7. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Right to the air with Smith. Escapes out to the left. Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And the Dolphins have it at the 35-yard line following the turnover. Well, Brock, I highly doubt all the plays will go as well as that one, but this coverage starts off the game with a major W.
That's all you could ask for right there. You come out so focused, so dialed into your game plan. You start this game strong, and you quickly throw a wrench into their opening script on the other side. That starts to play head games, and it certainly gives your defense a ton of confidence.
They're set up at the 35 now. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Second down carry for Achane. Along the sideline inside the 25. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
Okay, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
And he has this one down to the 8-yard line.
Get to the line.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Receiver in motion, headed right. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Miami! So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Sanders all set to send it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They kick the running back in motion.
No ball, no ball.
1st down, Smith to throw. Complete to DK Metcalf. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They cross the 40 on a nice run. Down the sideline, past the 25. And he has this all the way down to the 17-yard line.
That's good.
Hey, here we go, Sunday, Sunday.
Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks cut it to a lower point on the scoreboard. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Time on 3, kick.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 28 out of that play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game, and he just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the shotgun, a give to A.J. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They start out with a 3rd and 9. They'll try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Ernest Jones with the pick. And the Seahawks will take over beyond their own 40.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses, clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw, and an even better job of forcing the interception.
Hey, here we go, hey.
They'll motion him out of the backfield left. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Hey, go flip her up.
Offense up to the line fast.
13X, 13X. Slow ball.
Man in motion here.
Check 58.
From the 48. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Walker running to the right. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 5.
Catch left.
Here's 2nd and 5. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. The Seahawks would take the lead with a score. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They motion the tight end over. Smith on 1st down. Walker hauls it in. He's contained at the line for no gain. Zach Sealer there to bring him down. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line.
At the 33-yard line.
Pause. Hey, along the road.
2nd and 10 now. Into the hands of Tyler Lockett. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line.
2nd and goal. At the 4-yard line.
Walker. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Seahawks get some late points and the lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Tyreek Hill. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a great return has the offense just a touch shy of midfield as they start this drive.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. 2 now from the gun. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins tie things up at 14. Sanders all set to send it away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. "19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it."
There we go, sit on. 53. Hey, trio left.
1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Middle. 13 next.
Back to the air. It's Smith. He's going to push one deep down the right. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Running back sent in motion.
Line. Hey, it's a clip. There we go, son.
Back to throw it. On the move, headed right. He's loaded another one up. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So that brings up 4th and long. On is the punt team, and away goes the punt. That's taken at the 15. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible 2nd half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Hill now to return it. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Right here.
Slot man in motion right. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. To give some credit to the defense, what credit is due.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Watch it.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He puts some power on a deep one left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. And now it's third down. Second half begins with a run by Achane. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Working quickly here. Looking to throw. Throw is caught by the back. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. Running with Achane out of the gun. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. Blitz coming, Tua. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down, here's Tua. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's Achane up the middle. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Achane again on second. And they had that one contained right at the line. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. Offense up to the line fast.
21G.
Tagovailoa facing third and long. Achane reels it in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
After three quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the fourth. A lot of pressure on this kick for Jason Sanders. This 32 yards out on the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Sanders all set to send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Middle.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut. Offense in the hurry up here.
Jalen Phillips on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Check 59. Cover. Strike. 13X. Tuesday.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Finds Smith and Jigba. Continuing to move past the 45. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
And that's good for a Seahawks.
Hey, let's go Sunday.
Now an inside give to Walker. And he stopped after getting this down inside the 35. Looks like to the 33. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 7.
13 it.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
This is Walker on second. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. That one gains 7. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Oz.
Running with Walker again. And he's able to get this down to the edge of the red zone. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. Setting up to pass. He finds fans. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. Walker on first down. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Alert! Ready!
Here he is to throw. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Jack's left.
To throw. Escapes the pocket. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off Kendall Fuller. And the Dolphins make the...
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to get mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start here is Tua. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. Forced out to his left. And going deep for Hill. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 70 yards. And the Dolphins need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone. If we had $1 for every time we heard a team talk about explosive plays and how valuable they are, we probably wouldn't have to work very much. And we just saw a big one there. And then they tried to go explosive again, going for 2.
Yeah, is that a little too risky, you think? Just kick the extra point?
And you know, I'm all about getting points. And if I feel good about my kicker, I go ahead and do that. But with that ball at the 2-yard line, going for 2, I think it's awfully tempting for teams nowadays.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. Oh, that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Tua sets up to pass it. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On play action, here's Tua. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
44, ready.
Tua on 4th down. That is caught. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Durham Smythe, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have regained the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it as we resume action.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field?
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 70 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On first down, back to Achane. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
That one complete down the field to Smith. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. Now Tua steps away to his left. This is Smith with the ground. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Achane is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Looking to pass. Tua being chased out left. Smith catches left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Tua to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Touchdown, Dolphins! Jonnu Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. The two are going to try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
at their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Tua going to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he's unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
Tua, the final shot before half. Forced out to his left. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate.
And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll drop to throw. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And it's caught.
And the Dolphins are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll run. Achane.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Devon Achane with his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2.
Go ahead.
They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
From the gun, it's Tua.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks.
That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 70 yards. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Channing Tindall coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second and long. Tua under pressure, and they got to him again.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a third and long.
A give running right, Achane.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
No sign of Tua departing. Fourth down, they're going for it.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 5. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
And going deep for Hill.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 51 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this one too low.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And off to Achane to begin the drive. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
That's caught at the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 70 yards. And the Dolphins use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And going deep for Hill. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And going deep for Hill. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th.